Have you ever binge watched a show that feels like the perfect mix of awkward family dinners, heart-fluttering romance, and just enough drama to keep you yelling at the screen? That's Nobody Wants This, Netflix's rom-com that's back for season 2. And if you're not caught up yet, you're missing out on what might be the most addictive guilty pleasure since chocolate-covered pretzels. This series, starring Kristen Bell as the sharp-tongued podcaster Joanne and Adam Brody as the dreamy rabbi Noah, dives deeper into their interfaith love story, and trust me, it's got more twists than a pretzel factory. Drawing from creator Aaron Foster's real-life journey of converting to Judaism for love, the show balances laugh-out-loud moments with those quiet, relatable truths about relationships that make you pause and think, hey, that's me. Let's unpack everything from the plot highs and lows to the behind-the-scenes chaos that almost derailed it all while sprinkling in some humor because honestly, who takes romance seriously without a few eye rolls? Right from the jump, season 2 picks up where the first left us hanging. Sort of. Remember that epic kiss after Joanne basically said, I love you, but converting? Maybe not. Well, the new episodes kick off with the couple in full-blown honeymoon mode, ignoring the elephant, or should I say the matzo ball, in the room. They're hosting dinner parties, debating podcast shoutouts to Noah's fancy water carafes, and acting like the biggest issue is whether their friends will get along. It's adorable, sure, but logically you can't sidestep a rabbi's career hanging on his partner's faith forever. And boom, reality crashes the party when Noah gets passed over for head rabbi at his temple. Instead of the promotion, it's handed to another Noah. Talk about a plot twist that feels like the universe is trolling him. Played by Alex Karpovsky, this rival adds a layer of professional jealousy that's both funny and painfully real. Like when your coworker gets the raise you deserved because they brought donuts to the meeting. But here's where the logic shines. The show doesn't rush resolutions. Joanne's conversion dilemma hovers like that one relative who overstays at holidays. She's skeptical, which makes sense. Who suddenly feels a religion overnight? Her mom's sudden perm party epiphany about Judaism feels forced, like the writers thought, let's add some woo-woo for contrast. Meanwhile, Noah's sister-in-law Esther pitches Judaism to Joanne like it's a lifestyle brand. You're warm and cozy, basically Jewish, funny and nosy. Totally fits. It's shallow, yeah, but humorously spot on for how people sometimes sell big life changes. Logically, equating personality quirks with a faith full of traditions and rules misses the depth, but it highlights Joanne's internal tug of war. Will she convert for love or stay true to her agnostic self? The theme of certainty weaves through it all. When you know becomes a mantra, questioning if we ever truly do in matters of heart and faith. Expanding the ensemble is a smart move, giving the show more legs than just the main romance. Joanne's sister Morgan, played by Justine Lupe, steals scenes with her brattiness that's equal parts hilarious and heartbreaking. She's one of TV's best comic gems, rushing into a romance with Dr. Andy, a therapist who's all love-bombing charm, until the red flags wave like they're at a parade. It's funny watching Morgan ignore Joanne's warnings, logic screams slow down, but love's blind, right? Their mom, Stephanie Pharisee, adds emotional layers reflecting on her own indecisiveness in staying with their dad, who's now out as gay after decades in the closet. These family dynamics feel authentic, like eavesdropping on real therapy sessions, and they mirror the Rokloff clan's chaos.
Speaking of the Roklovs, Noah's brothers Sasha, Timothy Simons, and wife Esther, Jackie Ton, get more spotlight, repairing their marriage after his flirty friendship with Morgan rocked the boat. Esther's restlessness, signaled by impulsive bangs because nothing says midlife crisis like a haircut, leads to talks of another baby. It's a logical evolution. Season 1 painted Esther as a rage machine, calling the sisters whores at a bat mitzvah. But now she's more relatable, dancing at parties and drafting peace emails to Noah's mom, Bina. Critics from Season 1 slammed the show for portraying Jewish women as nags or villains. Bina, Tova Feld-Tresha, is still anti-Joanne, banning her from Shabbat dinners and blaming her for Noah's career snag. Because of you, my son's ruined, she hisses like a classic overprotective mom. But the writers toned it down. Esther's shift feels a tad unearned, almost like they're setting up Sasha and Morgan without making him the bad guy. Rebecca, Noah's ex, barely appears. Smart, maybe, to minimize backlash, but it leaves some threads dangling. And oddly, no mention of real-world Jewish issues like Gaza, despite the show's love for talking things from every direction. Logically, avoiding it keeps things light, but it misses a chance for depth. The chemistry between Bell and Brody, electric doesn't cover it. Brody channels his OC heartthrob vibes as the hot rabbi, staring at Bell with that dopey adoration that makes you swoon. Belle's Joanne is acid-tongued cool, her fragility peeking through in moments like delighting in Noah's rare quetching or uncovering his past relationship flaws. It's humorous how his nice guy armor cracks, just a smidge, reminding us no one's perfect, even rabbis. Guest stars like Seth Rogen and Kate Berlant as temple heads are underused, which is a crime. Imagine the comedy gold there. But subplots delivered. Morgan's therapy romance mixes dumb jokes like love bombing as too much too soon, nah, with real emotion, while Sasha's marital strife adds goofy wisdom. Behind the camera, it's a miracle season 2 exists. Season 1 was pure chaos. Scripts scrapped at the last minute, like episode 3's original Shiva focus, ditched for something lighter because is this funny enough? Producers, including Bell, second-guessed tones, delaying production and nearly imploding the whole thing. Foster, a first-timer, fought tooth and nail, trust me, guys. Steve Levitan stepped in early but bailed mid-season. Others like Jack Burdett did triage. Actors were in the dark. Brody wondered, what the heck? It's good. Lupe, pregnant then, begged for clarity on Morgan Sasha. Am I seducing him? Are we hooking up? Spoiler, they didn't, but the tension's deliciously vague. The title flip from Shiksa to Nobody Wants This was logical for global appeal. Hard to spell, harder to explain. Netflix swooped in after rejections, demanding Bell over Foster's starring, which let Foster focus on writing a baby habit. For season 2, things smoothed out with Jenny Connor and Bruce Eric Kaplan from Girls co-running, adding structure, 8 scripts ready pre-filming. They slowed the pace, avoiding rushed decisions like Joanne converting by the finale. Foster calls Connor her trauma navigator, and it shows in a cohesive vibe. Cast on shine, text chains like Shiksei Shigets with memes of that famous face cupping kiss superimposed on real life like Lupe's delivery room. Pranks abound. Lupe's 2-month urine drinking hoax on Bell had everyone in stitches. Pulling that on KB is a witch's curse. Realized ties weave in. Foster's hubby on the soundtrack, Brody's wife Leighton Meester gusting as an influencer, and Lupe's art pot popping up. It's a family affair, logically boosting authenticity. Success-wise, season 1 exploded, 57 million views, 6 weeks on Netflix's top 10 in 89 countries. Noms for Emmys, Globes, SAGs, and WGAs. Memes of I Can Handle You went viral. Brody's thrilled by Halloween costumes as cultural wins. Bell sees Aaron as the next big style reference, Aaron Foster-esque. But criticisms linger. Uneven pacing, over-reliance on stars, sanding down edges. Joanne's less of too much. Sasha's less of goofy. Jewish women portrayals improved, but still stumbled. Bina's arc vanishes mid-season. And minimizing Rebecca feels like dodging. Foster calls backlash short-sighted. Conflict drives the plot. Without family pushback, no show. Conner brushes off Jewish police labels. I view them as people, not representations. Overall, Nobody Wants This nails rom-com charm without overthinking theology, though it could dig deeper. Humor lands and whisk cracks, logic in exploring certainty's illusions. Do we ever know and love? It's bingeable, frothy fun that goes down easy like a latte with extra foam. Yet beneath, it's uneven. Great ensemble growth, but retraced arcs and minimized characters lose some bite. Still, Bell and Brody's spark keeps you hooked, proving sometimes chemistry trumps all. If it gets a season 3, writers are brainstorming. Expect more evolution. Maybe tackle those dingling threads. For more deep dives into hits like this, subscribe to Inside Hollywood, your go-to for all the drama, laughs, and logic behind the screen. Don't miss out. Hit that button now.